Hi, and welcome to Sandy's Numerology. The good news is that President Cyril Ramaphosa has been for a coronavirus test, and he is clear. Today I'm going to look at the countries and the cases in approximately 9 or 10 countries, with the emphasis on South Africa. And the perspective that one has to have on this is to know that the Diamond Princess, the cruise liner, had 3,711 passengers, yes, in a contained environment. They had 712 cases, and in total so far there's been 10 deaths. So if you just look at a gathering of 3,000 odd people, so to have a perspective is any large shopping center, large supermarket, or large gathering, when you've got 3,711 people and you've got 712 cases and 10 deaths, you take South Africa, who is sitting on 702 cases, no new cases announced today on the 26th of March as yet, no deaths, fortunately. You have to get a perspective that the crazy shopping that is going on today is, being the 26th gives you double sixes, double threes, double 11s. The outcome of the day is a 6. That is infection, allergy, masses, gatherings. So people today, within the next couple of days, we're going to get more and more cases. And all I can say is our shutdown should have happened a week ago, but it hasn't. It starts at midnight tonight. And people who are going to have to go for medical attention have to realize that all of the cell phone companies, when there is a case, are allowed to give the government the ability to trace where you were, and the people, by their cell phone numbers, know who was in your environment so that they can be contacted. And you could be in an environment where you're at a supermarket, you don't know the people that are around you. But let's start with China, which is born on the 1st of October 1949, and they have 81,285 cases and 3,287 deaths. Now, this is where things began. China adds to an 8, the name, and that is always ear, nose, throat, chest area, but they're in a 5 personal year. And that is where the whole story actually begins. And the 5-7 year they are in has been since October of 2019. But who knows that they might find out there were cases way before that. The second country with the highest cases is Italy, born on the 2nd of June 1946. So to remind you about the coronavirus numbers: 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, and 11. So they've got the 2, they've got a 6, and they've got double hidden 8s. And currently they are in a personal 11 year. And cases are 74,386 and 7,503 deaths. superseding China. But being in an 11 personal year, they now are crossing from the 2nd of April, 2 months before their birthday, into a 311. So what is the 3 about? Groups, crowds, gatherings. So, and the 11 age is legal implications. Maybe it's about the law and instilling the law and extending the law. But something tells me that they could start lifting those boundaries. But there will be even more cases of loss and separation. Maybe they'll start allowing minimal groups, which would still be crazy. And one hopes that going into this 311 year, they're going to further their restrictions. The next country that I'm going to look at is the United States. And we think of, 550 odd million people, born on the 4th of July, 1776, a 5 life path and double hidden 11s. So straight away, without even looking at their name, because in their names they've got 3s and 5s. They've got double 11s, 5 life path, and America's in their 5 life path. And because of President Donald Trump, who is born on the 14th, but he's also got 5s in his names, and he is in a 5 personal year. So as of this morning, the escalation has gone to 68,000 cases and 1,032 deaths. So 68,000 adds to a 5, and that is telling me America is lying about their numbers. But the 1,032 deaths. The interesting thing, if you go to my video on Donald Trump and the United States, I talk about America being in a triangle of 5s, and Donald Trump under his name, in his name of John, he is sitting in a 5. He's in a 5 personal year. And we're coming up to his birthday on the 14th of June. And Donald Trump is born in 1946. So he is 73 at the moment. And he's going to a 611 year. He has got double 6s, double 11s, triple 5s, and 1 3. And he's in this 5 year. So at the moment, he's got 4 5s. He's got a 5 under his name, and he's got the same triangle as America. Crossing to his birthday into the 611, he's going to have triple 6s and quadruple 11s. And in that video, I keep saying there's something wrong, something is coming, something is happening. And this man is a virus candidate. And I think that he personally is a walking time bomb, because his viral thing is internal, which is about family, children, colleagues. And the way he's been behaving, minimizing this, blaming China, he closed the doors on China. He hasn't closed the doors within America. He's so busy wanting to try and create business or try and handing out money, but he's not facing up to the fact of what is going on. And even his favorite network has started talking the truth. So America estimated that their economy is going to retract by 25%. So going back to 2001 and 2002, September 11th, different scenario, but they were closing borders to people of a particular race from particular countries. Have they closed their shipping ports? Have they closed their airports? Are their airports still flying in between one state to another state? I haven't seen any announcements of that being shut down. The next country is Spain, born on the 29th of the 12th, 1978. The 29th, there's a 2, adds to an 11. Born on December the 12th month, there's a 3. They've got double hidden 5s in their birth date and a 3 life path. The name Spain adds to a 5. And they are in a personal 8-5. And they are there until December of this year, because this 8-5 year started in December of 2019 to December of 2020. So you've got to start seeing a pattern here. When you've got a lot of numbers, there'll be days where your country's numbers or you as an individual's numbers are on that day, and that's an impact on you. This is now an impact on a country. They've got 49,515 cases and 3,647 deaths. Now we go to Germany. Now hear this. Germany is born on the 23rd. There's the 2 and the 3. It adds to a 5. They're born in the 5th month, and they've got a 6 life path. And Germany, since May of 2019, are in a 4-7 year. So there's that 4, like South Africa, we're in a personal 4 year, we've gone into lockdown. But the problem, they've got 37,323 cases, 206 deaths. They are going into a 5 personal year. So they're going to have quadruple 5s. This is going to escalate in Germany alone. Mammoth. Iran. Sure. Iran is born on the 1st of April 1974. Double hidden 5s, and the name Iran adds to a 6. They are in an 8-4 year, and their birthday is in a couple of days, and they go into a 9-5 year. So their age is going to be a 5. They're going to have triple 5s. So on Iran, we need to understand that this is going to get even worse. And they've got 27,017 cases and 2,077 deaths. That's extraordinary. So they are going into a really negative year. France, born on the 22nd of the 9th, 1792, 5 life path. Interesting, they've got 25,233 cases and 1,331 deaths. They're in a 7-11, which is kind of interesting because we know of Bastille Day, which is their major celebration day, and that is on the 15th of July. And if you look at that day, it's got triple 5s, and that day brings them into an 8 personal, which is kind of showing more that the Bastille date is the impact date for France. And being in a 7-11 is to prevent freedom of movement and put in laws. But I don't see that they've put in enough boundaries. Switzerland, born on the 1st of the 8th, 1291, but they became a federal state on the 12th of September 1848, which gives them triple hidden threes and a 6 life path, and they are in their life path here as we speak. So that is the word contagious. They've got 10,897 cases and 153 deaths. So we're kind of looking at this European hub. We pull in the UK now, born on the 1st of the 1st, 1801. So double hidden twos, 3 life path. And they, from January of 2020, I'm going to bring them back a month or two before. They were in a 511, but they're now in a 6-3. So there's the contagious in the 6 and the 3 in the public. Their Prime Minister was very focused in telling people to stay at home, no gatherings, and of course, while he was saying that, they were busy filming how many people were gathering. They've got 9,529 cases and 465 deaths. Prince Charles, as of the 25th of March, we heard the news that he has coronavirus, and he's got 5s, 11, 2s, he's got an 11 life path, but his age adds to an 8, and that is colds, flus, ear, nose, throat, and chest. And we know that the royal family probably have a strong power towards medical attention and medical doctors, but he's going to his life path in November of 2020, and in his numbers he's got to be very careful of the word stroke, and it's all around the heart and weak around the ankles, knees, and hips. So let's hope that he is constrained in his activity, and anybody else that he's been around. We know that he shook hands with, and just because of his natural politeness, because actually that's who we are as people, is to immediately want to give a hug or shake a hand or touch. So one has to find out, where did he pick this up? Because he's obviously been in close contact with his own family. Interesting now to go further away from this hub of Europe is South Korea, born on the 15th. There's the 5. The 15 adds to a 6 of August, double 8s, and they've got double hidden 5. So they are triple 5s, double 8s, and a 6. And they've got 9,241 cases and 131 deaths, but they are in a double 8. They're in a personal 8 and a public 8, and straight away that is part of the coronavirus numbers. Now it's interesting, when they gained their freedom from Japan, so did North Korea. And North Korea, just Googling information this morning, is obviously very perturbed about cases, but haven't announced a single case. Because let's face it, North Korea is pretty much a no territory for a lot of importing and exporting of food and people. So that hub and the travel that is so easy in the European area, Middle East area, etc., it's boom. But I estimate that America is going to probably take over this whole thing. You cannot be in a 5 life path and not have a monstrous impact. And if the financial people are correct and their market contracts, I think I have to, and I say this respectfully, America, who is the power, has got to understand they're not the power anymore, because this coronavirus puts us all on an equal footing. It doesn't matter how much money you've got. It doesn't matter whether you don't have money. We're all in the same place. We have got a lot to learn about life and people and human beings in this time. Because, let's face it, this is not over until it's over. And will this coronavirus push itself to other strains? There's 2 at the moment, and yet we're still waiting for a lot more information as they're doing all these scientific tests to come up with a solution. But I fear that as they have a solution, we might have something else that blossoms out of this. People, you have to take care. Show some respect, first of all, to yourself, and therefore you can show respect to other people. Thank you for watching Sandy's Numerology. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and click on the bell icon for notification of any new shows.